290. At 290 is a solo contemporary, 17 to 19 years old in our debut division. This is Asking Too Much.
I want you to tell me about every person you've ever been in love with. Tell me why you love them, and then tell me why they loved you. Tell me about a day in your life you didn't think you'd live through. Tell me what the word home means to you, and tell me in a way that I'll know your mother's name just by the way you describe your bedroom when you were 8. See, I want to know the first time you felt the weight of hate, and if that day still trembles beneath your bones. Do you prefer to play in puddles of rain or bounce in the bellies of snow? And if you were to build a snowman, would you rip 2 branches from a tree to build your snowman arms, or would you leave your snowman armless for the sake of being harmless to the tree? And if you would you notice how that tree weeps for you because your snowman has no arms to hug you every time you kiss him on the cheek? You kiss your friends on the cheek? Do you sleep beside them when they're sad, even if it makes your lover mad? Do you think that anger is a sincere emotion, or just the timid motion of a fragile heart trying to beat away its pain? See, I want to know what you think of your first name. And if you often lie awake at night and imagine your mother's joy when she spoke it for the very first time, I want you to tell me all the ways you've been unkind. Tell me all the ways you've been cruel. Tell me, knowing I often picture Gandhi at 10 years old beating up little boys at school. If you were walking by a chemical plant where smokestacks were filling the sky with dark, black clouds, would you holler, poison, 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 really loud? Or would you whisper, that cloud looks like a fish, and that cloud looks like a berry? Do you believe that Mary was really a virgin? Do you believe that Moses really parted the sea? And if you don't believe in miracles, tell me, how would you explain the miracle of my life to me? See, I want to know if you believe in any God, or if you believe in many gods, or better yet, what gods believe in you. And for all the times you've knelt before the temple of yourself, have the prayers you asked come true? And if they didn't, did you feel denied? And if you felt denied, denied by who? I want to know what you see when you look in the mirror on the day you're feeling good. I want to know what you see when you look in the mirror on the day you're feeling bad. I want to know the first person who ever taught you your beauty could ever be reflected on a lousy piece of glass. If you ever reach enlightenment, will you remember how to laugh? Have you ever been a song? Would you think less of me if I told you I've lived my entire life a little off key, and I'm not nearly as smart as my poetry? I just plagiarize the thoughts of the people around me who have learned the wisdom of silence. Do you believe that concrete perpetuates violence? And if you do, I want you to tell me of a meadow where my skateboard will soar. See, I want to know more than what you do for a living. I want to know how much of your life you spend just giving. And if you love yourself enough to also receive sometimes. I want to know if you bleed sometimes from other people's wounds. And if you dream sometimes that this life is just a balloon that if you wanted to, you could pop, but you never would because you've never wanted to stop. If a tree fell in the forest, and you were the only one ever here, if its fall to the ground didn't make a sound, would you panic and fear that you didn't exist, or would you bask in the bliss of your nothingness? And lastly, let me ask you this. If you and I went for a walk, and the entire walk we didn't talk, do you think eventually we'd kiss? No, wait. That's asking too much. After all, this is only our first date.
Judges, that was act number 290, Asking Too Much.